Hi and welcome to this Blueberry Markets video update with me, John Kibler, Head Currency Analyst. I hope you had a great Christmas. I'm just going to dive into some charts that I've been watching over the Christmas period and just seeing what's going on with those charts and what we could potentially focus on going into January. I'm going to do a bit of a different video either tomorrow or Wednesday touching upon some seasonal trends to expect for the year ahead. But in this video, I'm just going to focus on a few things that's happened. So one thing that's really caught my eye and I posted into the Telegram channel last week was the Australian dollar against the US dollar. So what's happened was price has now formed a new higher high on the weekly time frame. Now that to me is a really significant sign that we're seeing a change in the overall trend on this currency pair. So what I'm expecting to happen is for price to continue to rally before finding a sticking point, maybe this resistance level up here around about the 0.7070, might come in a little bit lower, around about the 7050. I'm looking for the market to come up into that area, find a bit of resistance, start to pull back towards this weekly breakout high for the market to find support and then go again. So short term right now, we could be looking for some long opportunities into this area. So even on the daily time frame, we could be looking for a pullback continuation from this area. So maybe an initial move up before heading towards this resistance level in here. If we go any lower, the 4-hour time frame, we could be looking for some pullbacks into key structure points, just looking for an extension into this area up here. So I do really like buying the Australian dollar at the minute, especially as price approaches this key resistance level. Kiwi as well, obviously Kiwi's pushing a little bit higher. Was hoping it would find some resistance over the Christmas period, especially after the market started to find a little bit of resistance at that 0.6600 level. We didn't get that. The market broke through. Market is heading towards this resistance level, very similar to the Aussie dollar. So I'm looking for the price to come and retest that area as well. Difference being with Aussie and Kiwi, obviously we have on the strength and weakness table the fact that the Kiwi is at a +6, and as we've said before, when the market does that, we look for some potential reversals of that currency strength. So where do we find that at? We find that at key resistance levels. So if the market comes up into this 6760 area, we could be in for a decent reversal on Kiwi dollar. So I'm looking for, again, maybe some extensions on the lower time frames. You know, haven't really seen a pullback on the 4-hour yet, so if we could get a pullback maybe into some moving averages. So if I just grab a moving average, let's just place the 200 on, and let's place the 50. Just grab them for a second, and let's just make this a nice bright colour. So if we get any kind of pullbacks into the 50 moving average, I'll be happy to look for some continued long positions on Kiwi dollar up into that 6760 sort of area. 6800s would be a good level to look for some targets. So Kiwi dollar, that's what I'm going to be looking for on that. Gold, obviously, smashed through the trendline resistance that we were looking at. Market rallied lovely. If you did stay in this, well done to you, because the price came right up into, where did it come up to? Previous resistance highs, 1514, and it looks to be seeing a little bit of resistance here. So it'd be nice to see this market pull back. So if we could get some kind of pullback on this, whether it be into these previous structure highs around here, that would be nice to then look for a long position on this to go a little bit higher. Okay, so that's what I'm hoping to see on gold. Now we've broken into those new highs. Okay, another chart that I'm quite interested in, euros gaining, if we just go back to this, euros losing ground a little bit. So you can see here, euro is just losing a little bit of ground. You can see -1. Yen is at -7 again, so the really critical area where we could start to see a little bit of yen strength just dropping back into the market. So what I'm seeing on euro yen is the fact that the market is actually stalling at the previous structure high. We had a nice short position in here, came back down. Where does it come back to? Previous structure highs, banked the trade. Market then rallied in favour of the trend. We're back at this resistance area now. We're starting to form, going back into that oversold condition or overbought condition. So it's nice to see that at this current level, because we could see a little drop in price. CAD yen as well. Unfortunately, we did get stopped on a CAD yen position, but the market looks to be forming some bearish divergence. You can see we're back at this critical resistance level. The market is forming higher highs and the RSI is forming lower highs, so we could be in for a little bit of a reversal here on CAD yen as well. Going back to here, we can see that CAD did gain over the Christmas period, but with price being at that resistance level and yen potentially coming back in with some strength, this market could reverse, even if it's just back into these previous structure lows here. Okay, so I'm still watching CAD yen. Obviously still in Aussie Kiwi. This market's messed around a little bit. We got in back here. The market did pull up, dropped back in. What I really like about this chart is the monthly, the fact that we're back at this big monthly support level. The weekly is reacting to that, and typically when we go overbought or oversold on this currency pair, we do see a reaction. The daily to me looks like it could be forming a little bit of a head and shoulders pattern. So it could be forming the left shoulder, head, right shoulder, where the market rallies. So holding this trade, maybe even be able to add a couple of positions if it does start to form a mini uptrend here. So keep an eye on Aussie and Kiwi as well. But these are the markets that I'm going to be focusing on for the sort of week or so. Aussie I really like the look of, so keep an eye on that as well. This has been John Kibler, head currency analyst. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a great new year, and I'll speak to you very soon. Cheers.